Outing service holds for Herbert Wigwe'S wife, son, after week-long funeral rites. Wigwe, his wife, and son were among the 6 persons that died on February 9th in a helicopter crash near Halloran Springs, California. Outing service has been held for Herbert Wigwe, his wife, Chizoba, and son, Chizzy, have been buried in his hometown, Onweke, Isiokpo, in River State. The service was held on Sunday at the Redeemed Christian Church of God, Lion of Judah Parish in Isiokpo, comes a day after dignitaries gathered in the Oil-rich state for the late Chief Executive Officer of Access Holding PLC, his wife and son. Personalities present were the Senate President Godswill Akpabio, FCT Minister Nyesom Wike, business leader Aliko Dangote, His Royal Highness Mohammed Sanusi II, Governor Alex Oti, Governor Dapo Abiodun, former Senate President Bukola Saraki, Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu, former Anambra State Governor Peter B., Rotimi Chibike Amechi, and other notable captains of industry. Other dignitaries in attendance were River State Governor Sim Fubara and State Commissioner of Police Olatunji Disu, who was the Chief Security Officer (CSO) of the burial ceremony. On February 9th, the trio, Herbert, Chizoba, and Chizzy Wigwe, alongside former group chairman of Nigerian Exchange Group PLC, NGX Group, Abimbola Ogunbanjo, as well as 2 pilots, were all in the Airbus helicopter EC-130B4 with registration number N130CZ, which crashed near Halloran Springs, California on February 9, 2024. The exact cause of the crash is not yet known, but a preliminary report released by the U.S. National Transportation Safety Board (NTSB) 2 weeks ago said the chopper was seen by several witnesses and vehicles who reported it as a fireball before its eventual crash. It was gathered that witnesses reported that the weather on the fateful day of the helicopter crash was a mix of rain and snow. Wigwe'S death remains one of the most shocking in the Nigerian banking industry. Earlier, several friends, captains of industry, family members, and associates paid tributes to late banking guru, his wife, and son. Leading the tributes to an event in Lagos last Monday, a tearful Aliko Dangote described Wigwe as his brother and friend. He was a pillar of support to me and my family. An emotional Dangote told the gathering in Lagos in a speech in which he renamed the road leading to Dangote Refinery after Wigwe. Representing President Bola Tinubu at the event was Vice President Kashim Shetimma. He described Wigwe as a beacon of hope that left at an odd time. Herbert left us in winter before the season of bloom. Spring was just about to arrive at his last location, the United States, when the Lord called for him, Shetimma said. Shetimma also said that the late Wigwe was an early bloomer who transformed the Nigerian banking industry, recalling his visionary leadership and unwavering dedication to his community. Also speaking, the Lagos State Governor, Babajide Sanwo-Olu, Wigwe said that Wigwe embodied the true spirit of Lagos State, saying the nation's commercial nerve center will not forget him. According to Sanwo-Olu, Wigwe was a completely detribalized person whom Lagos will not forget. Eulogizing the late father on the night of tribute on Wednesday, Tochin Wigwe said he was committed and doting. In this moment, for the first time, your words resonate deeply with me. No longer do I want to tilt my head to squint my eyes in confusion. You were simply extraordinary, Tochi said. You urged me to reach new heights I never even imagined. Whenever doubts clouded my mind, you would chuckle knowingly and say, you really just know whose child you are. You'll soon find out. And once again, you were right. I have come to find out. I could never fathom how you managed to do it all. It seems inconceivable, turning everything you touch to gold while remaining an unwavering uncle for your family and friends. A former emir of Kano, Mohammed Sanusi II, was almost inconsolable as he mounted the podium to pay tribute to his brother, Wigwe. Sanusi could not hold his tears as he narrated how Wigwe helped him when he was dethroned as emir. He regretted that Wigwe had to die before him, saying, I was thinking I would die and leave Herbert. We have all heard about him, about his loyalty. Again, I say to you, please live a life full of impact. I say to you again, Live a life full of impact. I say again to us, live a life full of impact. It is not, look, it is going to help you. Do you know for what this man has done? From what he has done, for all we've heard, his family members are going to continue to reap of the benefits of the life he impacted. Do we know that? There is a particular young lady there's a particular young woman on Facebook, and she keeps saying she was at the time, when she was in school, she was reaping the benefit of the life of impact her grandfather lived. Not father, grandfather. Do you understand? This is how, see, if you do it, instead of bringing generational curses on yourself, give generational blessings. It's going to do you a whole lot of good. Okay. Chapter closed forever. Let us think so deeply. What are you doing now? If death come calling, your master, will you accept you or reject you? That is another thing. As you're living a life of impact, make sure your hands are clean. Make sure you do what is right. Make sure everything concerning you is, straightforward. Make sure all the crooked road in your life is actually straight. Because at the end of the day, number one, your life, whether it was a life of impact, whether you lived a good life, whether you like it or not, the ripple effect of the life we live will actually be, how do I put it, will actually be reaped by your children. If you lived an impactful life, your children will get to benefit from it. If you live a life full of, good things. So no problem. You understand? It is going to do a whole lot of good. The benefits of living an impactful life. And I've said it before. You don't only get to live you don't need to be Herbert Wigwe'S. You don't have to have his kind of wealth. You don't need to have so much money. In this world, we have so much to give. Number one, we have love to give. Number two, we have our time to give. We have empathy to give. We have kindness to give. We have forgiveness to give. I cannot go on, as in I can go on and on and on. We have our resources. Like I say again, you don't need to. You can start, they say charity begins at home. From your environment. That's your small 1 cup of rice. You understand? Your small smile. Oh, good morning, sir. How you doing? You greeting people with smiles beaming on your face. You don't know how it impacts people. You don't know. You are always kind. They will always see you peacekeeping. It is you people should not quarrel now. This thing no reach quarrel. You might just be doing it as it is your regular life, but there are people who are like, I notice say if this auntie day, if quarrel dey for this compound, the auntie go come aside, before you know everything don't settle. Or this brother, I notice say this brother dey like this. If this kind of thing dey happen, before you know it don't settle down. That is also a life of impact. I repeat, do not be so poor that the only thing you have to give is money. Alright, on this note, we have come to the end of the news. So thank you for tuning in to listen. Until I come your way next time, enjoy the rest of your day.